Alrighty, and hi everybody. So, because there's still no new figures, I am continuing with my speed draw, art table stuff, whatever. Continuing with Gilda, so yay! So I kind of do a lot better this time, at least, which is nice. I learned a lot of stuff from working on Johanna, so I make a lot less mistakes. They're still there, but that's just what's going to happen. It's art, but yeah, a lot of good stuff. I started putting the black down first, and then I immediately remembered, like, oh wait, don't do that again. So at least I didn't do it for like a whole section. But a lot of things kind of go on. I end up using a couple weird markers here. Like I end up having to use like a bronze metallic Sharpie for her brown that I use primarily, and I have to use a couple big markers, which big is sometimes okay, but so many times they're just not that good. But what are you gonna do? But yeah, kind of come along with me on journey number 2. I have an idea of what I'm gonna do to continue this, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be doing another one of these next week as well. But yeah, I'm trying out some new stuff lately, so hopefully my videos will look a little bit nicer. It makes it a little bit easier. I finally just bent over and paid money to Photoshop or Adobe, I guess. Got Premiere. It's just easier, trying to use too many programs just to do some basic video editing is just not worth it. So but it made some parts easier. It made some parts overcomplicated, like copying and pasting effects, but that's just how it is. Whatever. I'll learn it eventually. I'm usually pretty quick at learning those things. It's just, I'd like it to be easy where I can. Don't we all? But anyways, I mean, there's really not as much to comment on this one. It's not like the last one where I kept running into errors. There's a couple times where the camera, cuts out, but it's for storage reasons. That's really all there is to that. This time, no light going out or power going out. Yeah. Anyways, as always, I hope everything's going well for everybody, right now where it can. Halloween's coming up soon, we might not be able to go trick-or-treating, but you can still watch spooky movies, still dress up, still, just do some small stuff. There's still at least Halloween events, so at least it isn't all canceled. It's just mostly canceled. Ripperoonie. But yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do for Halloween. There's a haunted house thing I think I want to help out with. I don't really know exactly what's going on there, but I think that'd be fun to do, so I'm still hoping for it. If not, I'll probably just pull out some old cosplay, because that's just how you do. I have been watching Halloween movies lately, catching up on ones that I missed, like Hocus Pocus. I think I've watched the movie, but I literally have no recollection of most of it. The witches are the best part. Really, they're the only part of the movie that needs to exist. But, you can't have a movie with just them. Actually, that's not true. You probably could. And we probably should have. But, this is the world we live in. I also watched the Addams Family. I'd watched that one before, but it was nice rewatching it where I could actually remember it again, because I literally just have like faint memories. But it was really good. It was a lot. I liked it all the way through. It was a really good movie. The kids were great. The Shakespeare scene was great. But yeah. What else? It's something that's been bothering me. I'm just going to complain about something really quick here. I thought about it because I'm usually eating food when I'm watching these movies. Does anyone else, when you order DoorDash, you can choose to have food left at your door, or to knock and talk to somebody. And they mostly added that feature with like COVID and stuff with it, everyone wanting to stay away from everybody, which, is great. And it's also just a great option to have in general. But tell me why I have that option selected and they literally never ever do that. Ever. Like, why? I have the option there. Please, just leave it at the door. I'll be at work and I'll order food to come to the house because I'm working from home. And they will call me like 3 times and like knock on the door and text me, and I'm just like, just leave it at the door and take a picture of it. That way, if it gets stolen, you at least took a picture of it. Like, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to see you. Like, I don't want your germs. Just leave it at the door. Just leave it at the door. And I just don't want, it's not that hard. It really isn't. But whatever, I don't know if it's maybe just because they're really worried that I might not get it, or it's just, so I know a lot of them are doing it just because they want to be nice, because they want to make sure that it's me that's getting it. So that's cool. I appreciate that, I suppose. But when I'm at work, or when I just really don't want to see nobody, just, knock once, knock twice, and then if I don't answer the second time, just leave it. Really, you should only just knock once, but anyways, where we at? What's going on here? Let's see. I was working with the browns. This is where I have to use the brown Bic marker. It's not super strong, but it did a really good job of blending the browns. Whenever I tried to use the metallic Sharpie to blend the dark brown, it literally just got rid of it. It did not work at all. So at least that worked. I think a little bit ago, camera change. This was the first storage dying. It dies in like a couple minutes here. It died really fast second. Not died, but ran out of storage really fast again. I don't know why, but it just ran out in like after 30 minutes or something. It was strange. When the first time around, I almost got like 2 hours. So I don't know how that happened. Camera on my phone. Let's see what else. I think a little bit earlier I missed it, but I know when I was coloring in her head, because it's all white, you really probably couldn't tell what I was doing. I wanted to use the white paint marker because it didn't make it like kind of like the gray flat white that you see on my table. In person you can kind of see a couple things, but it kind of helped highlight her brow bone a little bit, where it looked more defined, where with her intense expression, like with making her look angry. You can kind of see like some of the stuff like on her temples, and like right above the brown bone, where like I did blend in a little bit of the light brown with it. But figured I mentioned that. It could always look a little bit more noticeable when you zoom in too. But let's see. Couple things I think. Let's see. When I start working with the black on the ink, it looked really cool having all the white in between the feathers, like when you're from a distance. But the thing is, then when you look up close, it stops looking cool because it's all kind of like fuzzy, because I wasn't doing that like super clean. And then I jump. You see me jump around a lot. I can't stay focused. That was a storage drop, but I jump over to the girls at the bottom because they're literally right on top of her, and it was bothering me with how like old and decrepit they look since they were from middle school, high school. So I decided to recolor them in too. The one girl I just completely colored her in, like before I know she was just ink. The other one, I actually didn't color her in. Before I obviously just colored in now. But originally when I drew her, I think I just did the sketch of like her face and her hair and stuff, and then somebody else colored it in. That same thing happened to the pink outline girl to the left. Somebody else like colored it. I wasn't particularly happy that they did that originally, but it's not that big of a deal now that I've just kind of gone back over it. But when I did color them back in, I wanted to kind of still keep like the same vibe that I was going for originally, just obviously like re-highlighted and retouched up. I go back and kind of fix up a couple things for them a bit later too, but I don't do anything for stocking, but that's just because she's already mostly done. I'll probably retouch a couple things for her, but she at least looks good. She kept most of her colors and stuff too, because I did like Mod Podge it. So none of her colors are like super faded like the other ones. But I will still eventually kind of clean it up a little bit, because I know looking at it I can see a lot of like, I was using the super fine pointed Sharpie, so you can see like a bunch of streak lines, which, you know, seeing the strokes and stuff can be cool, but not to the extent that they're there, I guess. I do like the way the stocking turned out though. That's the reason why I Mod Podged it and kept her on. Some of the girls at the bottom that you can't see there off screen too, I'll probably do. I've got like Vriska and some other OCs and stuff that I can see the faint outlines of. Tavros is completely ruined, but he's sitting next to Vriska. It's kind of a mess, to be honest. Let's see. Well, we are getting kind of close to the end here though. I do a couple more little things. I touch up the creepy octopus pink outline girl here. I never liked the way she came out, so I just, you know, kind of went with it. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody that's been watching these. I really do. You know, I say it every time, but it's been nice doing them. It kind of gives me something to do, especially with the quarantine. You know, as stuff starts opening up, hopefully I don't fall back off again. It could happen, but if it does, I apologize. It is a lot of work. You know, once maybe I start dancing again, that could kind of get in the way, just because editing these can take a little bit longer. Probably it's more so for these speed draws. These do take a lot longer than my figure videos, because my figure videos is like, you know, I just upload and go at it, where these I do initial audio for it. But again, though, if you like my art, if you visit my Instagram, it's @snon. I have a lot of other art and cosplay on there, and then of course for all my figures you go at @desunasis. Figures and everything up there too. There's kitties in this episode, so if you go to @kittybuds, I got pictures and videos of my cats all day, every day for you. That's not true. It's every Thursday. But yeah, I really, you know, I'm glad you guys are watching. If you like it, leave a comment. If there's any figures you'd like to see, I still would always go back and review anything. But I hope you guys all have a great day, and stay safe. Bye.